Alrighty, so I think I actually underestimated this method. This is how to solve a clock using the Sander method, because I think Declan deleted his tutorial. It's a method that Declan Sander came up with, and at first we all memed on it, but it's actually a decent method. Like, I have a 470 average of 5 with it, which is sub my flip PB. So yeah. This next part will assume you don't know how to memorize for 7 simultomy. If you already do, skip to the time on the screen. But essentially, choose any orientation. Ideally, you want vertical lines and pairs of clocks solved in UL and DR. So this orientation is pretty appealing. So step 1 is calculate how many ticks this clock needs to reach this clock, in this case 0. And then how many ticks this clock needs to reach this clock, -2. And then how many ticks this clock needs to reach this clock, so -3, and add those two together. So -2 plus -3 is -5. So we have 0, -5. And then the third piece of memo is how many ticks this clock needs to reach this clock, which is 3. And then the fourth is how many ticks this clock needs to reach this clock, which is -3. So the memo is 0, -5, 3, -3. Or if you want to convert to letters based on the code on the screen, like most 7-time solvers do, it's OGCI. And then X2 to start execution, everything but DL up. Do M1 on DL and M2 on UR. And then both right pins up and do M3 on UR and M4 on UL. Just the DR pin up and solve this 2x2 intuitively. And then UL pin up and match up these 4 clocks to this, and then both left pins up and solve the cross. X2 flip, and then match this 2x2 up to this clock while matching this clock to this clock. And then, if necessary, put both right pins up and solve the cross. Often that step will be skipped though, like it has been here. And then put everything but DL up and match these 2 corner clocks. And then put the pins in backslash and finish. Now this is still very much a joke method. It's nowhere near as good as something like 7-timer or 7-timer with flip, but it's definitely a better method than I gave it credit for, and I think more people actually need to know about it.